You know that feeling, right? You're staring at the ceiling, or maybe you're just endlessly scrolling on your phone and you just feel restless, empty. That's boredom. But today we're not going to fight it. Nope. We are going to try to understand it. So let's dive in and figure out what boredom is really trying to tell us.
This quote from a Reddit user just nails it, doesn't it? That feeling, it's not just about having nothing to do. It's that ache of having a story with no one to tell it to. It's like baking an amazing cake and having no one to share a picture with. It's this deep human need to just be seen.
And look, this feeling is not some kind of personal failure. It's a completely universal human experience. But if we're going to understand it, we've got to start with a basic definition. So if you look it up in the dictionary, this is what you get. Pretty straightforward. A lack of interest. Simple enough, right? But that definition is missing the most important part. It tells us what boredom is, but it doesn't tell us why it's there. So here it is. This is the big idea for our whole explainer today. What if we just stopped trying to smash our boredom with endless distractions? What if, instead, we treated it like a notification from our own brain telling us exactly what we need? All right, let's start with the most common flavor of boredom, that fidgety, antsy, can't sit still feeling. That is your body and your mind screaming that they have energy to burn. The signal is for action. And honestly, the most direct way to take action is to learn something new. The internet is incredible for this. You could hop on edX right now and take courses from Harvard. You could learn the basics of coding on Code Academy, or finally pick up that guitar with Justin Guitar. You can literally start a new skill in the next 5 minutes. But sometimes you just got to get away from the screen. This is all about channeling that restless energy into something you can actually touch. You can grab some air dry clay and make a cool jewelry dish, or turn a boring old tote bag into a piece of art. The goal here is just to get your hands busy and make something real.
Or, hey, maybe that restlessness is more of a mental thing. The best cure for a bored brain is a good challenge. Dive into a documentary on a topic you know absolutely nothing about. Open a blank page and just write the first paragraph of a story. When you engage your mind, it's amazing how fast that antsy feeling just melts away.
Now, let's switch gears. What if the feeling isn't restlessness at all? What if, like that quote we started with, it's actually about feeling disconnected? This is when boredom is really just loneliness in disguise. And this is such a critical distinction to make. See, boredom is about a lack of interest in what you're doing. Loneliness is a lack of connection with other people. Now, the feelings can definitely overlap, but the solutions are totally different. Figuring out which one you're really feeling is half the battle.
So, if the signal is for connection, how do you answer it? Well, you could start by exploring a shared interest, a book club, a hiking group, whatever you're into. Or you could volunteer for a cause you really care about. It's an amazing way to meet people who are on the same wavelength. And hey, if leaving the house just feels like too much, there are amazing communities online on platforms like Discord.
And if all of that feels a little daunting, just remember the simplest path. Just start here. Pick up your phone, think of one person you haven't talked to in a while, and just give them a call. It is the lowest stakes, highest reward action you can possibly take. Okay, so we've covered action and connection. But our third answer is, well, it's the most counterintuitive one. What if you're bored, not because you're understimulated, but because you are completely, totally overstimulated? I mean, think about it. When your brain has been hammered all day with notifications, emails, and endless content, it can just short circuit. That feeling of restless boredom is actually your mind begging you for a break. It's calling for stillness. In fact, let's try something practical right now. It's called box breathing, and it's a super simple way to reset your nervous system. Just follow along with me. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, now exhale slowly for 4, and hold again for 4. Just do that a few times. You're actively answering the call for less. And stillness doesn't have to mean sitting on a meditation cushion for an hour. It can be as simple as single tasking, just closing all those extra browser tabs and focusing on just one thing. It could be a walking meditation where you just notice your feet on the ground. It's all about reducing the noise, both outside and in. So let's put it all together. The goal isn't to kill boredom, right? It's to become a boredom detective, to learn how to listen to its signals and respond with exactly the right tool. This little toolkit basically sums it all up. When you feel restless and fidgety, that's a signal for action and creation. When you feel lonely and disconnected, the signal is for connection. And when you feel overwhelmed and scattered, the signal is for stillness and self-care.
It's like a simple little cheat sheet for your feelings.
See, boredom isn't a void, it's a signpost. So the next time that feeling hits, instead of immediately reaching for your phone to numb it out, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, what is this really telling me I need? What will you hear it asking for?